Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt. Welcome to your Thursday workout. Let's begin today with 3 minutes of your choice warm-up pace cardio, and then grab a lightish medium weight kettlebell. We will use a kettlebell in the workout, so you can feel free to pick the one that you're going to use in the workout, or if you want to go in a progressive manner, you could start with a lighter one and then move to a heavier one on the second round. But we're going to get, first thing is 8 reps of a kettlebell Romanian deadlift. So it's just grabbing that kettlebell nice and tight, squeezing and standing tall, but I want your hips to stay really high. Make sure your shoulders at the bottom are forward of your hands. You don't have to touch the ground on this one if you don't want to, right? Or if you have to bend your knees a lot to get to the ground, I want you to focus on the stretch of the hamstrings and the feel of that hinging position more than working on just like touching the ground and standing up, okay? Next one is gonna be monkey squats. So for this one, I'm gonna reach down, grab my ankles, pull myself down to the bottom of that squat position, reach one hand up, reach the other hand up, and then stand tall, okay? That's my monkey squat. Next is scap pull-ups. So hanging from a bar and just working on that vertical shoulder blade motion. And you can see I have my feet on the ground for this one, and that's totally fine as long as I'm getting that motion and getting some good tension on my hands. If you can do it hanging, completely hanging, that's fine too. A 30-second hollow hold, so on the ground, laying down on your back, and then trying to squeeze your abs until your body achieves this rocking chair shape. So my hips, I'm trying to roll off the ground. My shoulder blades, I'm trying to pull off the ground. I'm trying to reach my hands up, creating as much tension in my core as I can for 30 seconds. And then the last one is high knee hip swivels. So from this high knee position, I'm gonna try to rotate my leg out, rotate my leg in, rotating back and forth like that. And if I need to hang on to something for balance, I can do that too, but try to get both of those ranges of motion, squeeze those little hip rotator muscles in both directions when we do that. Lastly, we're just gonna set up and test each round. I want you to play with a little bit of getting out of the pool, or a little bit of ring muscle up, a little bit of bar muscle up, okay? So the first component after the warm-up is a 10-minute skill block where you're gonna go A and B. You wanna have a dynamic skill and you wanna have a static skill. And they're gonna be based around body weight pulling, pushing, right? So either bar muscle up, ring muscle up, pull up, push up, dip, etc. Those are sort of the domains of the body weight movement that we want to be working on today. And we'll give the static ones will go anywhere from just your basic monkey hang to a hollow hold, a hanging hollow hold where I'm reaching my feet out in front of me and pulling my abs in, all the way up to a front lever, right? So a front lever would be I'm holding my body horizontal to the ground like that, and I can still not do that super great with my arm, but you can do that tucked in with your knees tucked. You can do it with one leg extended, you do it with 2 legs extended. But again, we're looking for somewhere in the like 10 to 20 seconds of work and 30 to 40, 50 seconds of rest, okay? Then the dynamic one will be our practicing of the actual movement. So I have a getting out of the pool station set up for me right here. And again, working in the like 10 to 20 seconds of working on reps. And it could be, I'm just doing my getting out of the pool, boom, and back down, stringing them together, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then rest a little bit. It could be ring muscle up transitions where we're practicing pulling into that bottom position and then jumping to the top of the ring dip. It could be actual bar muscle ups. If you have good bar muscle ups and you want to do a short set, just think about we're doing this for 10 minutes. So I don't want you to try and get as many reps as you can in 20 seconds and then be burned out and miss the interval and not get any other meaningful work done. Think about small sets that are meaningful and are well executed and that leave you enough time to recover and get back to the opposite drill, all right? And we'll work with each of you to pick the 2 things that you're going to work on. But again, think one is static, one is dynamic. That's it, all right? When we finish that, we can put all of our stuff away. You need a rower, a kettlebell, and just a platform, right? So the 3 exercises here are gonna be pushed into a 15-minute AMRAP time domain, and we're gonna do a row, so 300 meters on the rower. So think anywhere in the like minute to 2-minute range for a 300-meter row. Then you're gonna get your kettlebell. We're doing a moderate weight and a rushing kettlebell swing, but it's 30 reps, right? So eyeball height for that kettlebell swing. And when I'm tired, I probably have to break this into two groups, like a 18 and a 12 or something like that. When I'm fresh, I can probably do all 30 unbroken. And then the other one is 30 reps of quick steps, right? So 15 on the right, 15 on the left. I want you to pick a box height that gets your knee no higher than parallel. So this is the highest that I would go for myself, about 16 inches. So if you want to go a little bit lower, that's fine too. And we're practicing that opposition pattern of the body. So my right leg is forward, so my left arm is forward, and my right arm is backward, and I'm switching. So switch, 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 switch. And all I'm doing is just barely tapping my foot to the bench and trying to move my feet as fast as I possibly can and not bob my head up and down. So I'm not pushing on the bench, right? I'm just barely tapping the bench with that front foot, okay? Going back and forth for 30 total reps, or 15 on each side. And we're just doing that, repeat that triplet for 15 minutes, and that is it for the day. All right, have a great one. I'll see you guys on Friday.